All right, so here we are, take 2, season 4, episode 6, Dale's Oscar picks.
I'd rather have lager than lie. I'll take a strong stout over stride. I prefer to confer with a half pint of ale than live a long life till my private parts fail. For life without liquor is to no avail. So bring me lager for life. I'd rather have lager than life.
Welcome to the Pint of No Return show. We have got some executive orders for you. I'm going to start writing and just alienating every single country and brewery in the free world. How about that? Bam. That's your politics for the evening. Tonight, the boys discuss the passing of a screen and TV legend, and we do our Oscar picks for the year, and picks that are sure to go wrong and fail, as well as our picks for the week that are sure to go right. But without further ado, here they are. As ill-timed as ever, Keith. Here they are, the hosts of the show, Keith, Jeremy, and Gary. Hi, boys.
Hey, Rob.
Hey there.
It's a little less enthusiastic than I was hoping for a podcast. Hey, boys.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, all right. Woo. Well, here we are, season 4, episode 6. I want to. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to apologize, not only to the listeners, but to Gary and Jeremy. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I asked for some music, some specific music in the pre-show, and Keith, always being the obliging soul that he is giving me everything but. So thanks, Keith. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So tonight,
So slight lag tonight on the soundboard.
you think? Tonight we're
Making
going to go.
timing a little rough.
Dear Lord, shut up. Tonight we're going back to a familiar brewery, the Oskar Blues Brewery. You may remember them as makers of Old Chub. And we're going to be drinking Dale's Pale Ale during the show tonight. And remember, we're going to drink as we go and then give our ratings at the end so you can see how we really, truly evaluate beers.
But why? Why are we drinking Dale's Pale Ale tonight?
Look at
That's a great
can.
Does anybody remember?
question.
Because we're doing our Oscar pick, and this is an Oscar Blues beer.
That is a great answer. Unfortunately, it's not correct.
No.
But it's a great answer.
It's out of
Wasn't that
Texas.
named?
It's because
Go ahead.
Dale's Pale Ale was just named the most popular craft brew in a can in America.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I believe
It
that.
outsells every other
Well,
can.
there's no-
Now, I think there's
no accounting.
a reason for that, is because it's only ever come in a can. Oscar
Yeah,
Blues
and
has never put anything in a bottle.
I got the big can.
Oh, you're a good man. I couldn't find the
Listen,
big can.
far be it for
The
me.
stovepipe.
Far be it for me to disparage anything about a brewery in the state that which I currently reside, but I don't know if you've ever been to Austin. It's hardly in the mountains, and this is.
Oscar Blues is in Colorado.
Oh well, mine's said it was canned in Austin, Texas.
Really?
It might have been, but that's not where the brewery is.
Well, that's weird. Okay.
Mine was Longmont, Colorado.
Oh, so we.
Yeah,
oh,
that's where
well,
they
this
are.
will be interesting. All right, well, I take it back then. This is a huge, voluminously hopped mother of a pale ale.
Mine was brewed in North Carolina. So there you
We
go.
have a cross-country beer.
This is how Oscar Blues is able to get stuff around the country.
This will
fresh.
be fascinating to see
Look at that.
how they compare. All right.
Full glass.
All right. As usual, Gary is ready, so we're going to hustle up and get these beers in here.
I still have some left in the can.
Sound effects. That is a head right there. I'm going to have to
Look
drink
at
it.
that. That is beautiful.
That is.
I have it over my computer, which is a bad idea.
What could go
Always
wrong?
a good idea. Always a good idea.
All right, so well, I have to dive into this beer literally to get past his head. All right, ready, gentlemen? Are you ready?
Yep.
This is Prost. 6.5% alcohol by volume, in case you're wondering at home.
Good stuff.
That's a good beer. That's why I bought the big can.
Mm-hmm.
And, more beer.
Does your big can come in a 4-pack or a 6-pack?
I got it single
Six.
in the store.
I was asking
They had,
Gary
they had
about his
6.
large.
Yeah, they had the 6-pack of the 12-ounce cans, but I opted
Yeah.
for the single large beer for tonight.
The single large beer. Okay.
I was able to buy mine at the local grocery store in the case.
Awesome.
In the
See,
cold case.
that's the
nice.
advantage of being the most popular canned craft beer in
Yeah,
America.
right. And
Yeah.
canned in Austin, Texas. All right, so I will tell you that right off the bat, I'm quite enjoying this beer, even though it's on the hoppy side. It's really not offensive to my hoppy sensitiveness. We have to come up with a name for that at all. It's pretty
Rob's
tasty.
wrongness.
It's pretty tasty, and it blends quite well with the rest of the beer. So I'm looking forward to finishing the rest of it.
It is a tasty beer.
It is a good beer. I'm happy to enjoy a lot of it.
Yeah. Keith, your thoughts? What do you think, buddy?
I like pale ales in general, and a pale ale, unlike its its a hoppier India Pale Ale cousin, is a little more malt forward, and I really like. I think Dale's does a good job of making it hoppy, but it's still malty. It's definitely one of my favorite beers.
Cool.
I enjoy it not as often as I should because I always forget how much I like it.
Oh. All right. Well, you'll hear more about this beer and our rating.
It's not good.
I had such a
I'll
nice
switch.
little. I had such a nice little segue. You'll hear more about that beer and our ratings for it. Thank you. As we go, but now we go on to our topics for the week, pint taken segment, and we would be remiss if we did not mention the passing of a legend. She passed away yesterday, as of this recording. Miss Mary Tyler Moore. I am a huge Mary Tyler Moore fan. She was part of two of the greatest sitcoms in history, the Dick Van Dyke Show and the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and also through her running of MTM Enterprises, which was a production company, brought out a ton more great TV hits, and she was just a beloved screen star. So I want to say a big salute to Mary Tyler Moore. Thank you, Keith. I don't know if the guys have any other thoughts on Mary Tyler Moore. I'm not sure if you were as big a fan of her as I was.
I was surprised to hear she was alive when she died.
Oh. It's almost better if he had said nothing at all. I thought she was dead already.
I hadn't heard from her in so
Wow.
long. I think I just assumed.
PNRShow is
No.
keeping it classy.
Yeah, we should just move on. Sorry, Mary Tyler Moore and her loved ones.
Yes, if you're listening to this show,
Yeah,
his
Keith does not represent
name
the
is
views
Keith.
of all those.
Yeah, it's Keith Seifert at Wolfman K. If you want to tweet at him about his sensitivity towards your beloved's passing. All right, Oscar picks. Hey, every single year that we've been on the air, we have done our picks for the annual Academy Awards. This year is no different, except we're better organized. I actually have put together a
Well,
grid.
that's really
Yeah.
not much of
Wow.
a jump.
I have put together a
Something I've
grid.
done yet.
I put together a grid to record our picks so that we can come back after the show is over, about as Jeremy mentioned in the chat, about a month from now,
Yeah.
and see how we did. All right, gentlemen. You can make
Yes.
you can actually do this any way you want. Sometimes I will say should win and will win. I would like for you to pick what you think will win. But if you want to give a little editorial on something that you think should win, of course, feel free to do that. Okay?
Don't we in the past, haven't we done like we each pick what we pick and then we get like the consensus amongst us on what the winner will be?
We could absolutely do that way. I will add another column. PNR pick. Got it. All right.
Because wasn't Keith, don't you like submit it to some kind of like contest or something?
Well, we have done that in the past. I haven't heard hide nor hair of that contest happening anymore. If it does, then I will certainly submit our combined pick to it.
Yeah, we're far enough out that it probably isn't out there
The
yet.
Frog Pants group normally does that, which is a big part of Alpha Geek here. So play along at home, kids. And if that happens, then these picks will go there.
Okay.
The official PNR pick will go there.
Yeah.
As always, the best picks that we do this year are the ones in which we have no hope of ever seeing them or knowing what they are.
Yeah.
So just enjoy. Sit back and enjoy. And we'll try to go through these quick because there are a lot of them. So we'll try to get through as best as we can. All right, gentlemen, I first give you writing. I'm going backwards from the least of the awards to, the culmination. Writing for original screenplay. We have the nominees Hell or High Water, La La Land, which took home 14 nominations. The Lobster, Manchester by the Sea, and 20th Century Woman. Keith, I say what will win the Oscar for original screenplay?
Well, I think the original screenplay that actually moved me the most, and not only did it move me, but I mean it really kind of changed my life on a fundamental level.
Yeah,
would be Hell or High Water. That being said, I'm pretty sure La La Land will win.
Jeremy,
La La Land. I'll go ahead and pick the one I've seen.
I have actually seen Hell or High Water and La La Land.
Oh.
And Hell or High Water is a good movie, and it deserves this Oscar nod. But Manchester by the Sea is going to win this one.
Wow, that I thought for sure I was going to be on an island for this one. I always like to delve into the politics of the Oscars a little bit. And there's no question that La La Land is going to win a lot of Oscars, but sometimes they like to give it to other movies just to give them something. So I agree with Gary. It's going to be Manchester by the Sea. We have a tie.
Ooh, we're split. Want to flip a coin?
Yep.
We have a tiebreaker. Ask Siri. Somebody ask Siri to flip a coin.
Flip a pound.
I got a pound.
All right, good. Do it.
Here.
All right. So heads is Hell or High Water. Tails is Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah, there's actually a head.
Let's do it.
No, we didn't pick Hell or High Water. We picked La La Land.
Oh, sorry. La La Land. Sorry, my apologies. La La Land is heads.
It's heads.
All right.
Damn
La La Land gets the nod.
That was a bad flip. Let me do it again. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, now we moving on. Writing for adapted screenplay. This is an existing screenplay that's been adapted for the screen, or book, I mean. The nominees are Arrival, Fences, Hidden Figures, Lion, and Moonlight. In the interest of keeping it loose, we'll go in reverse order this time. I think always the political award season, that's going to be Hidden Figures. Gary.
We are on what best, not original screenplay,
Adapted
but
screenplay.
Oh, that's a tough one. This is a good group of movies, and I've seen 3 of them. What I want to win is Lion, because that was really good, but I think it's going to actually go to Hidden Figures.
Oh, Gary and I are in sync so far.
Mm.
All right, Jeremy.
I don't know any of those movies, so I'm going to go with the one I've seen, which is Arrival.
Oh, I want to see that really badly.
You haven't seen it yet?
Not yet. I really want to. I just have not gotten to the movies recently. Keith, your pick.
Well, I am just been a huge Bruce Willis fan for the longest time. and I think his work in Moonlighting is
Keith,
really going to carry over
Keith,
to. Yes.
Keith.
What? What, Rob?
The name of the show is Moonlight.
Oh, it isn't. It isn't just the movie version of that great 80s TV show.
It's actually about gangs and violence and drugs and.
Oh,
yeah, not Moonlighting.
Then I'm going to go with Arrival.
Okay, thank you. We have another tie. Gary, would you flip the coin?
Oh.
Heads is Arrival. Tails is Hidden Figures.
All right, and I got a 2-pound coin this time, so it'll flip better.
Sounds good.
A pound on each side.
Heads.
Oh,
Yeah, it
goes
is.
with Keith and
Heads.
Jeremy again. All right.
The Vegas odds are on Moonlight to win that
All
one
right. Yeah. Interesting.
by a bit.
Okay, so on this one, maybe some of us have seen more of these films. We have visual effects. The nominees are Deepwater Horizon, Doctor Strange, The Jungle Book, Kubo and the Two Strings, and Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Let's start with Jeremy.
Man, I haven't seen any. Well, I saw Rogue One. I wonder if. Yeah, I'm going to go with Rogue One.
Very good. Keith.
This is a tough group to pick out visual effects. But I'm going to go with what I think is the more obscure one in the list and go with Kubo and the Two Strings, because I've heard nothing but amazing things from anybody who's ever seen that.
Very good.
I have yet to see it myself, but I want to.
I've seen a couple of these films. I actually think that the visual effects in Doctor Strange were unbelievable and are really going to define where special effects go, especially in live action films. So I'm going to choose Doctor Strange. Gary.
I want Doctor Strange to win because I agree with Rob. Having seen that one and Rogue One, Rogue One was the Star Wars movie. It was awesome, but come on, we've seen that before.
Yeah, we've seen it before. Exactly.
I'm going to go with the odds on this one, which say The Jungle Book, which I haven't seen, but the trailers, if you think about the things that they're doing in the trailers with the mix of animated creatures and, like photorealistic animated creatures, I think that's going to be the winner. I'm gonna go with
so we've got a 4-way tie. How do we break this one?
You just go with Keith because he has the most wisdom in this area.
I have a D4 here.
You could go with a random number generator.
Yeah.
Let's see. Siri, give me a number from 1 to 4. Siri, give me a number 1 to 4. Oh, you little bastard.
Give me a number from 1 to 4.
Random number generator says 2.
All right. Thank you.
Let's do it.
The answer is 1.
Too late. Doctor Strange, I get a vote. Yay. All right. Moving on. Sound mixing. The other side of the effects coin. Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, La La Land, Rogue One, and 13 Hours. All right. This time we'll start with Gary.
My browser's slow. This is an interesting one because I thought that Arrival had really good sound and Rogue One had good sound. But again, Rogue One is kind of, we've been there, done that before. I haven't seen Hacksaw Ridge, and I haven't seen 13 Hours. But I think this is going to go to La La Land because we haven't picked it yet for a winner in the categories, and it's got to win at least like 10 Oscars.
We picked it for the winner of the first category.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
Because I wasn't paying
Sorry.
attention.
All right, so La La Land.
Wow.
Keith, what say you?
Well, as a professional sound editor myself,
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you're awesome, dude.
I think I'm a sucker for
Lord, help
the
me.
sound of a saw. So I got to go
He's
with
really good
Hacksaw
at
Ridge.
sound. He's really good at sound balance. If you can, the mixing sounds really good. All right, Hacksaw Ridge. I think he
Hacksaw
said.
Ridge is my blind fix I have seen.
All right. I will go third, and I always, again, the politics of it. This is going to be an award that they give to Hacksaw Ridge because of Mel Gibson. So I'm going to give to Hacksaw as well.
Wow.
Smart man.
Jeremy.
So I've seen 3 of these movies. The sound in Rogue One was irritating. The mix of the music overpowered the dialogue in some places.
No, that's
Arrival?
good sound mixing.
No,
That's key.
that's a PNR show mixing right there.
Yeah, right.
Irritating. That's what we are.
Arrival wasn't about the sound to me, and I'm going to say La La Land because it was all about the music.
All right, another
It was all
tie.
about the sound.
Yeah.
Flip
Another
that
tie.
coin.
Flip that coin there.
10 pence this time.
Okay, so heads is Hacksaw, tails La La Land.
La La
All
Land.
right. By the way, what bizarro world do we live in where Jeremy has seen more of these films than we have?
I know.
I-
What is
this is-
with that
what's
this
going on?
year? Good Lord,
This
man.
is a strange season.
Somebody
All right.
dragged me
I
out
saw
of the
some of
house.
those.
What happened?
Continuing the sound theme, we have sound editing. Once again, Arrival. This time, Deep
No,
Water.
didn't we just do that?
That was sound
wasn't
mixing we
editing?
just
No.
did. Now we're doing
Oh,
sound
you're right.
editing.
Mixing and editing is different.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Arrival,
Carry on.
Deepwater Horizon, Hacksaw Ridge, La La Land, and an entry for Sully. I'm going to go first in this one, and I actually think they're probably going to give this one to, well, they always like to double up. I'm going to say, whatever, I'll La La Land. Gary.
I am not going to go with La La Land because to me, sound editing is about more of the creative stuff that they come up with in the movie. And that's also why I'm not going with Hacksaw Ridge because it's a war movie, and we've seen a lot of war movies in the past that had some pretty amazing sound in them.
Okay.
Although I can see why it would get the mixing award as opposed to the editing award. So I'm going to go with Arrival because they did some interesting things there in that movie that anytime you have aliens in a thought-provoking movie, it's always good for sound. So
All right.
that's what I'm going to go with, Arrival.
Okay. Jeremy.
That's a tough one between Arrival and La La Land. I think I'll go with Arrival just to be different from my last couple picks.
Interesting. And Keith.
Yeah, editing.
As a professional sound
Something
editor,
we should actively engage in.
Yeah, something
Random
something
number
I should
generator.
probably do more of. But I think I'm gonna go with Hacksaw Ridge again.
Hacksaw Ridge. All right, that's
Yes.
one of our
Which
first
that music was not from.
categories. We don't have to make a decision. Arrival is the official PNR show choice.
Hacksaw Ridge is the Vegas odds to win that one.
Interesting. Oh, yeah. You know what? That would be good. Keep us updated on those as we go through each category, if they have them. Because now we're getting into the ones where we are experts on live action short film. The nominees are Ennemi Intérieur, La Femme et le TGV, Silent Nights, Sing, and Time Code. I'm going to go to the foremost expert of experts, Keith. What's your choice for live action short film?
Well, looking over this list, the first two are eliminated because I can't pronounce them. So I'm going to have to end up going with my favorite of the Christmas carols, The Silent Nights.
Okay. I'm going to pick up my favorite of the Christmas carols, Time Code.
Oh, really? I don't know that one.
Gary.
I'm going to go with the Vegas odds and pick Time Code.
Oh, no fair. Use them for your picks. Jeremy.
Hey,
I'm going with La Femme et la TGV because it's subtitled and it's French, and fast trains are awesome.
All right. Time Code then gets our official choice. Animated short film, Blind Vaisha, Borrowed Time, Pear Cider and Cigarettes, Pearl, and Piper. I guarantee you that the Oscar winner for this category will start with either a B or a P. Jeremy, what's your choice?
Pear cider and cigarettes.
Okay. Keith.
Well, I'm just a big fan of Orange is the New Black, so I'm going to go with Piper.
Why is that?
Ooh.
Why is that Orange is the New Black?
That's
It's the lead
That's the
character's
character.
name.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. I don't watch that show.
Apparently not.
Gary.
This is a tough one. This is really challenging because all of these movies had such interesting and amazing qualities that made them unique and Oscar worthy. So I'll have to go with pear cider and cigarettes, only because I'm going to assume the pear cider is alcoholic.
Yeah, never.
I almost picked that for the same reason.
Never underestimate with Hollywood the power of a hip title. I also will choose pear cider and cigarettes.
Also, the trailer looks really good.
Pear cider and cigarettes is
Damn
a
it.
long shot.
All right.
It's a tie.
Okay. Okay, well, so now back to some movies we may know. Production design, how the film looks on screen. The nominees are Arrival, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Hail Caesar, La La Land, and Passengers. Keith, your choice for production design.
I think this is going to be the nod to the Harry Potter series, and they're going to go with Fantastic Beasts.
Okay, very good. Jeremy?
La La Land. That was a beautiful movie, and the way they shot that on location and got the sunsets were real in the background. That was
Okay.
gorgeous.
Mr. Gary?
This may be the only category that I have actually seen every one of these movies.
Wow. Which one is Passengers, by the way? I don't remember that one.
It's Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh,
Chris
okay.
Pratt.
Yeah, the space one. I wanted to see that one too.
Yeah, that had good that had good production design, but it was kind of like typical space.
Yeah.
With a couple of nice little things thrown in. So that can't win. That's the long shot by Vegas standards. Hail Caesar. Actually, all of these had good ones.
I saw
Arrival,
Hail Caesar. Yeah.
Yeah, Arrival to me is not a very strong one for production design. I'm going to agree with Jeremy on this one, and it's La La Land is going to take this.
Okay.
But I would like Fantastic Beasts to win because that actually had really good production design as well.
I've actually seen two of these, Hail Caesar and Fantastic Beasts. However, everything that I have read says that La La Land is a quote-unquote perfectly shot movie. Just everything that its appearance is just perfect. So
yeah, Hollywood would say that with a movie about them, and
well, exactly.
They're going to say everything about them.
I have the political choice going with me
So-
too, so I'm going to choose La La Land for this one too. That is our team pick. All right, so now we move on to some music. Original song. We had the nominees from La La Land, Audition, The Fools Who Dream. From Trolls, Can't Stop the Feeling. From La La Land, City of Stars. From the Jim, the James Foley story, The Empty Chair. And Moana's How Far I'll Go. Gary, what's your choice for this one?
I picked this one the second I walked out of the movie theater and said to my family, City of Stars is going to win the Oscar for Best Song.
Yep.
Okay. I hear Jeremy say yep, so I'm assuming that's your choice as well?
Yeah, that's a sticky song.
Yeah, that's the song I hear just non-stop, so I'm going to pick that one as well. Keith.
Not only will City of Stars be the pick, but for bonus points, it'll also be performed at the Oscars.
Hey, no fair. Wait a minute. I think you know what? I say all of them will be performed. Hey, that's our first unanimous
Audition.
choice.
Yeah, I must say Audition. As in the movie, to me, that was like the most powerful part of the movie was that particular song. And it truly deserves the nod, but it won't win.
Which one was Audition? Is that the beginning?
No, that's at the end when she's auditioning for the big role.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, now we have music original score. The nominees: Jackie, La La Land, Lion, Moonlight, and Passengers. So we just go ahead and make this our second unanimous pick.
Sure.
No.
I'm picking Lion.
Did anyone think the La La Land won't get it?
Yes.
Oh, Keith. All right, go ahead. What's your pick?
Yeah, I think the lungs of Sybil Shepherd are way underestimated. So I'm gonna go with Moonlight again.
Keith. It's not moonlighting.
Oh
No.
that's
It's
La La
not
Land.
it's not the Wesley Snipes movie either. That's Passenger 57.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh,
No.
well, Probably La La Land.
L.A. Land, or you're gonna say
LA Land. I think that'll be it.
Okay.
I'm picking Lion.
Oh, are you really?
That's my choice. Yeah.
Really?
I saw that movie, and the soundtrack, the score was perfect for that movie. I mean, it was.
Okay, very good. All right, makeup and hairstyling. Only 3 nominees here. A Man Called Ove, or Ove, Star Trek Beyond, and Suicide Squad. I'd like to begin on this one with just a personal note in saying that Suicide Squad may be one of the worst films I have ever seen. It is a
the makeup and hairstyling
finish.
was really good.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I'm going to choose Star Trek Beyond. I thought that the makeup and the hair in that movie were really good, especially on the aliens. Were awesome. Jeremy.
I don't understand what A Man Called Ove is doing in there. Is that?
Don't know. It's there.
It was.
I'm going to say Star Trek too, because
Ove must have had some bitchin' makeup, though.
aliens and stuff.
Keith.
I think there's no way in hell that either a comic book movie or a Star Trek movie are going to get anywhere near the Oscars. So I think you should be happy they were nominated, and I'm going to pick A Man Called Ove.
Okay. Gary.
Yeah, I think Keith's probably right, but I'm picking Star Trek just because that was a bitchin' movie.
It was really good.
Although, I could see Ove winning for hairstyling. Not makeup, though. It's just they look normal. But anyway,
You know what? Star
I'm picking
Trek Beyond
That's
proved
the impression of a good makeup artist is the fact that they look normal.
All right, whatever.
Star Trek Beyond really felt like a episode of a TV show, and it just proved to me that Star Trek belongs on television, really, not as much in the movies.
But it was still fun.
I loved it. I thought it was a great movie.
I bought that for myself for Christmas.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Good for you. All right, foreign language film. The nominees are Land of Mine, A Man Called Ove, The Salesman, Tana, and Tony Erdmann. Keith, what's your choice for foreign language film?
God, I have no idea. I'm gonna just have to pick.
Generator says.
I'm just gonna have to pick A Man Called Ove, and Ove again.
Oh boy. Okay. Wow, and only 6.5%.
Yeah. Jeremy,
Man Called Ove.
Gary.
I'm going with the Vegas odds and Tony Erdmann.
I'm going to choose The Salesman just because it sounds so much like whatchamacallit, Death of a Salesman. So, but that means that our staff pick is A Man Called Ove. All right, moving on. Film editing. How we edit that film. Back to the editing. Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, La La Land, and the not moonlighting, Keith. Moonlight. Gary, you pick first.
This has got to be La La Land, just because of the way they did the. I don't know. It's got to be La La Land. Yeah, it was done really well. The editing, you had to like actually think about the editing when you're in the movies. And I actually was like, I was watching the movie because I wasn't that into the story. I was looking more at the other things. And there were a lot of like single shots that went for a really long time. And I noticed that the way they put this movie together was part of the reason the story worked so well. So that's why I'm going to choose it.
All right. this is an award that they like to give to war movies for whatever reason, because I mean they are very hard to shoot and piece together to make battles look authentic and like there's some kind of progression. So I'm actually going to say it's going to go to Hacksaw Ridge. Keith, your choice.
You know, if there's anybody that knows film editing, it's got to be Alice Beasley and Curtis Armstrong, who really carried Moonlighting through the later seasons.
Keith.
And I think really it's about time that the Oscars... You will not play me off, sir.
No. But watch it before you end up in the in memoriam section.
I'm going to go with La La Land if I can't pick Moonlighting.
Okay. Jeremy.
Yeah, it's La La Land.
All right.
Gary's right about the way that movie flowed.
La La Land gets the nod. Documentary, short subject. The nominees are Extremis, 4.1 Miles, Joe's Violin, Watani, My Homeland, and The White Helmets. Gary, you are first up.
Knowing absolutely nothing about these movies, that's a tough choice. But 4.1 miles. Why would you pick that number for anything? I don't know. Extremis. That sounds good.
Okay. Extremis. Keith.
Just a question. The White Helmets, is that about stormtroopers?
It's a.
No,
I can only assume it is.
It's behind the scenes of Spaceballs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then that's got to be my pick.
Okay. All right. White Helmets. It's actually, and it's not a porn movie.
No, then they would be Black Helmets.
I'm going simply by title, and I'm going to pick Joe's Violin.
Yep.
No, I need to change mine because the White Helmets is about Syria. So
wait! What are the other ones about? Do you have that?
Because I was hoping it was about stormtroopers. But Oscars with their social awareness stuff, that the Syria movie's going to win.
These all seem very socially aware. It looks like 4.1 Miles is about refugees crossing an ocean or something.
Yeah, that's what documented short subjects are about.
So these are all going to be very
Jeremy, what do you
political-ish. I like violins. I'm going Joe's Violin.
Woohoo! What Joe's Violin's about. A donated musical instrument for look at Jeremy, we got the winner. Check it out. In the award-winning short subject,
Holocaust survivor.
A Holocaust survivor and the bonding over his violin. Boom.
Changing the life of a schoolgirl from the nation's poorest congressional district.
That's right.
That's
Winner. All right, gentlemen, we have a tie though. Joe's Violin and White Helmet. Flip that coin. Heads is the White Helmet.
Syrian stormtroopers for the win.
UK pin. Heads.
Wow, it's heads every time.
No, it's just
I gotta start making my choice heads, whatever I do. All right.
Wait a second. These are British coins. Are there heads on both sides?
Oh, wait a minute. It's on the wrong.
No.
They're driving. No. They're flipping on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah. See, that's a tail.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Next up, we've got documentary feature, Fire at Sea. And I'm going to say this next title. It's not me. It's the name of the movie. I Am Not Your Negro.
You are not.
Well, you're not. It's so true.
Life animated, OJ, Made in America, and 13th. I've actually seen OJ, Made in America, and I want to tell you, it's a freaking awesome movie. It discusses how the racial culture that came out of the Rodney King riots basically created the entire hysteria surrounding the OJ trial and how it literally shaped our culture in the 1990s. It's a fascinating movie. That's my choice for best documentary. Keith.
Well, until you described OJ, Made in America, I was going to put that with some vodka and make a screwdriver and pick that.
No.
But just for the fact that they're so conscious after last year's anti-black Oscars, I think I'm going to go with I Am Not Your Negro.
Okay.
How they're going to make up for it.
It's worth it just to hear everyone say it. Gary.
OJ was fascinating. Yeah, I mean, that's that movie.
Yeah. Okay. Jeremy.
I think it's going to be either I'm Not Your Negro or 13th. And I'm leaning toward I Am Not Your Negro.
All right, so we've got a tie again. All right, so this time OJ is heads. And
Oh, come on now. Don't switch it up on us. We're
the
counting heads.
I am not your
Okay.
you know what is tails.
Negro is a legitimate word to say.
It is. Perfectly. It's not slang or anything.
Go ahead.
Hmm.
Say it.
So we actually could tie break this with the Vegas odds, or I could flip a coin.
No, go with a flip coin. We gotta stay consistent.
Okay, I didn't hear what you said, or heads or tails. But
Heads is
it
OJ.
is tails.
Oh, what?
It's
All right.
tails.
So the choice is I am not your know what.
We
All
should
right.
just, whenever there's a tie, let's just not pick Rob. It'll be faster.
It's faster. Okay, costume design. The nominees for costume design are Arrival, La La Land, Lion, Moonlight, and Silence.
Are you?
I'm just letting it lay there for silence. So. Keith, what's your choice? Costume design.
Do we really have to ask me anymore?
Are you sure those are right? Because I'm not seeing those movies in my
Yeah, they're
list
they're
of stuff.
costume
That's
design.
what I had.
Yeah.
Costume design.
I see a different list also, but
Oh, that's
well,
weird.
Maybe we have.
No,
something different.
I mean, yeah. Now it's coming up differently on Google. I do apologize. I don't know what happened, but the nominees actually are Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Allied, Florence Foster Jenkins, Jackie, and La La Land. Gentlemen, I do apologize. Let me quickly. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. So we got once again that is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Allied, Florence Foster Jenkins, Jackie, and La La Land. All right. So while Jeremy's typing those in for us, appreciate it again. Gary, what's your choice?
I really would like Fantastic Beasts to win this. I heard Allied sucked, so it can't win. And if the movie sucked, the costumes.
The movie that ruined Brad Pitt's marriage.
Yeah. This is tough because La La Land is going to win a lot of things, but it was a modern movie with like just normal clothes. So to me, the costumes weren't that great, but they were appropriate. Meryl Streep is not going to win an Oscar this year, so the movie has to win something. So I'm going to go with that.
Okay. Keith.
Well, I was going to pick Moonlighting because, I've researched it all afternoon.
Sorry about that.
But since it's no longer in the running, I want to say La La Land just because it's going to win everything. But I agree from not having seen it that the costume designs are just normal, everyday clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in this case, I'm going to go with Fantastic Beasts.
Okay. I'm going to go with you on it and stick with Fantastic Beasts. I think for a Harry Potter world film, I think it was actually quite underrated. It was better than a lot of people think, and the costumes in it were really, really good. So I'm going to go with that one too.
It was better than some of the original Harry Potter films.
For sure. The first two, at least.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremy, round it out. Who's going to win Best Costume Design?
I think it'll be Fantastic Beasts.
Great.
Although I can understand why La La Land was nominated in that category, even though it's modern clothing. The style was amazing.
If they take their job seriously, though, I don't see how that one can win. Because you can go to the store and basically buy those clothes.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Animated feature film. Kubo and the Two Strings. Moana. My Life as a Zucchini. The Red Turtle. And Zootopia. I'm going to go with the one that I thought was really... I really want to see Kubo and the Two Strings. It looks fantastic. But I'm gonna go from my niece and nephew's opinions, and they thought Zootopia was about the best film that they'd seen in a long time, and so I'm picking Zootopia. How about Jeremy?
I think My Life as a Zucchini is a fantastic title, and it's got to win because of that.
Okay, Keith.
Zootopia is a fantastic film. However, I don't think it holds a candle to Kubo and the Two Strings, even though it's, you know.
Did you see
very-
Kubo? I'm just curious.
Very underrated. No.
Okay, I'm not judging. I'm just asking.
I've heard many good things, and I've seen the trailers, and I really want to see Kubo and the Two Strings, and I have seen Zootopia.
I've seen the DMV scene from Zootopia about 70,000 times, and it's still hysterical.
It is very funny.
All
Very
right.
funny.
Gary.
Very good movie. It deserves to win as well, but I think Kubo's more artistic, and I think the Oscars will pick that.
Okay. Gary.
I have seen Moana, and it was a good movie. I've seen a lot of Zootopia, but I never finished it. But that'll win.
Zootopia? Okay.
Zootopia. I think maybe something else should win, but Zootopia, it was
Well, I'm
an
curious to-
entertaining, good all around movie.
I'm curious to hear, what do you think should win?
I would think that Jeremy is right, and that My Life as a Zucchini, based on title alone, should win, just because I want to see some famous actor or something say that as the winner. Just to see their reaction, it should win.
Can I just say that this award might as well be called the Pixar Oscar, because Pixar wins this every year, and I'm shocked that Finding Dory was not even nominated. Was it that bad a film?
Redo. It's a reboot. It's a sequel.
Yeah, but Pixar sequels have been nominated before.
But they got Zootopia.
Okay, I'm just curious. All right, Best Supporting Actress. The nominees. We got the big 5 awards now. Best Supporting Actress: Viola Davis in Fences, Naomi Harris in Moonlight, Nicole Kidman in Lion, Octavia Spencer, Hidden Figures, and Michelle Williams, Manchester by the Sea. I'm going to go in order this time. Keith, what is your choice?
Well, I'm kind of shocked that Alice Beasley wasn't up there for
Keith.
Moonlighting, but
All right.
I got to go with the fact that Moonlight. No, actually, I think this is where they're going to go with the nod to Hidden Figures. I think Octavia Spencer is going to take it.
And Octavia has won 4 for The Help, so this would be her second Oscar if she would win. Jeremy.
Just from the previews I've seen, Manchester by the Sea looks like a really powerful movie, so I'm going to pick Manchester.
Okay. Gary.
I saw Hidden Figures and some Manchester by the Sea at the same time, and after the movies, we saw each other in the lobby, and they said Manchester by the Sea was horrible.
Really? Very depressing, I hear.
Really?
Well, that's what makes it good.
Yeah. I think that Octavia Spencer should win this. I agree with Keith. I saw the movie, and she was really good in that part. It was a great part. It was definitely a great support to the main character. There were just so many good things about that role, and the way she played it was excellent.
Yeah, I often talk about how political the Oscars like to be in their selections, and they were really harshly criticized last year for the whole hashtag Oscars so black controversy.
So white.
The tendency that Oscars so white. I apologize. I think that they would like to award this to Hidden Figures. But in this case, I think it's well-deserved because everything I hear about this movie is that it's fantastic, and I actually can't wait to see it myself. So I'm going to go with her as well, Octavia Spencer, for her double Oscar win. All right, moving on. The Gentleman, Best Supporting Actor, Mahershala Ali. Yes, I did look it up how to say that. Mahershala Ali in Moonlight. Jeff Bridges, Hell or High Water, and yes, I did look up how to say Jeff Bridges. Lucas Hedges, Manchester by the Sea. Dev Patel in Lion. and Michael Shannon, Nocturnal Animals. Going to start with Jeremy this time.
Let's do number 5. That movie looks pretty intense.
All
So it
right.
must have a good supporting actor, right?
Sure.
Which one's that?
Nocturnal Animals.
Nocturnal Animals.
Michael Shannon.
Okay.
Okay.
Gary.
Jeff Bridges, freaking amazing in Hell or High Water. He would be my pick out of these. So I'm going to stick with Jeff Bridges. He was excellent in that movie.
Okay. Hollywood loves Jeff Bridges. I'm going to do a should win, will win. Should win, Dev Patel in Lion. I heard he's really, really good, and I don't care what you say, Gary. So I think he should win. However, will win. This is the one award that they give to Moonlight. It's going to be Mahershala Ali.
Yep.
I don't remember what episode he was in.
I don't remember his character at all. Yeah.
I think he was the father, yeah?
Oh, Bruce Willis's father?
No. Keith, shut up. What do you pick? They're not.
I'm actually out of Moonlight jokes, so damn it.
Thank God.
I'm gonna go with Jeff Bridges on this too, because like Rob says, Hollywood loves Jeff Bridges, and it's been a while for him. Let's do it.
All right, moving on.
Vegas says Mahershala Ali is going to.
Hey.
By a bit, the odds are strong in his favor.
Yeah, but you got to remember it's old people who vote for this stuff, and old people remember Jeff Bridges. They can't even say Mahershala.
Best Actress. Isabelle Huppert for Elle. She won the Golden Globe for this. Ruth Negga for Loving. Natalie Portman, Jackie. Emma Stone, La La Land. And Meryl Streep, Florence Foster Jenkins. Gary, you're first this time.
Emma Stone made La La Land a success. She stole that movie and she outshined everything else in it. So she will win the Oscar.
Keith.
I think anybody who doesn't pick Emma Stone is loopy.
Okay. Jeremy.
What they said.
Okay. Should win, will win. Should win, Emma Stone. Will win, Emma Stone, but
for an entirely different movie.
I just want to put out there a dark horse, and if there is a dark horse in Meryl Streep, and say Hollywood, more than anything, I'm telling you, wants to hear Meryl Streep speak politically. They loved her at the Golden Globes, giving her a little stupid political speech. They want to hear from her again. So if they give her this award, I will not be surprised. But Emma Stone should win.
They will not. Emma Stone, that was her movie. La La Land was Emma Stone's movie.
All right. 3 left to go. Best Actor. The nominees are Casey Affleck, Manchester by the Sea. Andrew Garfield, Hacksaw Ridge. Ryan Gosling, La La Land. Viggo Mortensen, Captain Fantastic. And Denzel Washington, Fences. Keith, what's your pick?
As much as I'd really like to give it to Viggo, it's going to be Ryan Gosling for La La Land.
Okay. Come on, get there. There we go. Jeremy?
Yeah, Ryan Gosling.
Gary?
Ryan Gosling, in spite of playing the piano, did not overly impress me in that movie. It was always, hey, that's Ryan Gosling. Hey, look, Ryan Gosling can tap dance. I haven't seen Manchester by the Sea, but I'm going to go with like kind of the general internet consensus that Casey Affleck will win this.
He did win the Golden Globe.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to go with.
I like it when he played that duck on the commercials.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Boy, this one, this is a tough one to pick. I think that probably the tendency would be to go with La La Land and give it to Ryan Gosling, but I don't think he's the biggest or best part of that movie. I want to give it to one of the two greatest actors of his generation, and I'm going to give it to Denzel Washington for Fences. He and Tom Cruise are sorry, not Tom. Whoa, sorry. Scratch, I said that. Tom Hanks. He and Tom Hanks are the best actors of generation. I cannot believe I said that. Whoa.
Tom Cruise.
It's the beer right to my head.
Awesome.
Right to my head. All right,
Awesome.
that's all right. So the pick goes, the PNR pick goes to La La Land once again. Best director. Kenneth Lonergan, Manchester by the Sea. Mel Gibson, Hacksaw Ridge. Barry Jenkins, Moonlight. Denis Villeneuve for Arrival, or Dennis. And Damien Chazelle for La La Land. Okay, so Hollywood awarded Mel Gibson by giving him a nomination. They've sort of accepted him into their good graces, but they're not ready to really praise him just yet, so he won't get it. It's got to go.
There's no way he gets this.
It's got to go to Damien Chazelle for La La Land. It's just, I mean, it's got to go to him. There's no other possible choice. He gets it. Gary.
La La Land, yeah, Damien Chazelle gets it just for the opening scene on the freeway in traffic alone. He gets the nod for this one.
Jeremy, you agree?
Yep. Easy La La
And
Land.
Keith. No Moonlight. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I'd love to see Mel Gibson get up there because there's nothing that makes an Oscar show complete without some sort of crazy, batshit craziness, and Mel's the only one in the roster this year. But I do think it's going to go to La La Land.
Okay. All right. Best Picture. 9 nominees. This is the one where it gets all kooky and they open it up to as many films as they can get on there. The nominees are Arrival, Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, La La Land, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight. So, gentlemen, tell us why you think La La Land's going to win.
Why the hell isn't Ove on here? I need to vote for Ove again.
A man called Ove.
Yeah, I mean, why are we still talking about this? La La Land had this from the announcement that it was being made. It's done.
All right, Jeremy.
Yeah, La La Land. It was really a perfect movie.
Okay, Gary, same thing.
Yeah, my pick would be La La Land. I do want to say that I'm really impressed that Hell or High Water made this list at all. That was a great movie.
All right, so I'm going to tell you that there's going to be a write-in campaign, and Batman versus Superman.
Oh God!
Dawn of Justice. No, I'm kidding. La La Land in a walk. I have to go back and look, but I believe, if memory serves me correctly, we have given La La Land 8 Oscars for the
That sounds about right.
PNRShow. Given 8 out of 14. So
The people that conceived that movie were genius because they thought of, they probably said, what kind of movie would the Academy want to see? And they conceived of La La Land. It's a movie made for the Oscar Academy.
I'm wondering, yeah. Wondering out loud on how many musicals have ever won Best Picture. I know West Side Story won. I'm trying to think of any others. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
hey, there we go. The Great Ziegfeld, An American in Paris, Gigi, West Side Story, My Fair Lady, The Sound of Music, Oliver, and Chicago. So Chicago was the last one to win, last musical to win the Best Picture.
That was a good movie.
Oh, I love Chicago.
Seems about time.
Yeah. Okay, gentlemen, we have run very, very long. I think we'll probably skip the pick segments, don't you think?
Yeah, we already decided.
Yeah, we've agreed that in the group chat.
Well, I've been, kind of running the thing here, so I didn't see that. But gentlemen, we do need to give our Dale's Pale Ale its grades. So why don't we start with Mr. Jeremy? What grade do you give Dale's Pale Ale?
I'm going to give this a 7. It's a really nice pale ale. I would, to me, like Sierra Nevadas is that's the classic pale ale, and this is a little less hoppy than that. But they've done a great balance of the malt and the hops. Really nice beer. So I'm going to give it a 7. I'd drink it anytime.
Okay. Keith.
I think, like I said before, I think a pale ale is about the balance between the malt and the hops, and so I actually like this better than Sierra Nevada's. I would drink Dale's over that any day, and I give it a 9.
Ooh, very nice. Gary?
I went to school in Chico and was weaned on Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, so I've had a lot of that.
That seems
But,
slightly illegal.
Well, oh, no, whatever.
They serve it in teats. What do you want?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with Keith on this one. I would pick Dale's over Sierra Nevada, hands down. I'm going to give this a 9 as well. It's a great pale ale and a great beer in general.
For a pale ale, Dale's is quite good. It's really, I really enjoy, actually, one of the few beers I have ever remember enjoying the hops and how it blends with the rest of the beer with the malt in it, as Keith said. I'm going to give this a very, very solid, respectable 8. It's really good.
It's just an 8 1/4.
We'll take it.
Anybody look that up on Beer Advocate?
No.
Oh.
Does anybody look at Beer Advocate?
Beer Advocate's
I'm sorry, I
irrelevant.
said the
It's-
wrong
it's
one.
Untapped.
What's the one? Untapped, sorry.
Oh, Untapped.
Untapped, yeah.
I always say the wrong one.
I'll look it up while you're doing your whatever it is that you do.
Thanks, buddy. Dale's Pale.
Dale's Pale Ale has a rating on Untapped of 4.5 bottle caps, so they rate it higher than we do.
Well, I would blame Jeremy on that one.
Yeah, blame me. It's always my fault.
Yeah. Bringing us down, Jeremy. Just
All
bringing
right.
us down.
So, Oscars will be next month, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, I believe. Any predictions as to weird stuff that's going to happen? How political do you think they'll be?
Very.
Yeah.
Very. It's going to be the most political Oscars that we've seen.
I mean, the Trump stuff is at a fever pitch now. I can't imagine what's going to be a month from now.
Oh, those writers have so much material to work with. It's
It's going to be. It might as well be the Donald Trump bash show, Donald Trump roast, sponsored by the Oscars.
That's Saturday Night Live, but this will be a close second.
Yeah. Okay, gentlemen, any final thoughts?
Build a wall.
Build a wall and make Mexico pay for it. That's good. Okay, let's end there. Play music.
That's a horrible way to end the show.
I'll take a strong stout over stride. I prefer to confer with a half pint of ale than live a long life till my private parts
I'm a
fail.
very bad person.
Gary's going to hell, everybody. We walk by night, we'll fly by day, moonlighting strangers that we met on the way,
Oh, my.
Thank you, Mr. Sue.